Yo, I'm gonna grab my.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to yet again another Getting to Know the Artist. I am Wiggles, your host, and this evening, well, it's midday for him, I do believe, but for us on the East Coast, it's definitely nighttime now, or the evening. We have Flapjack Wilson up on the panel, and we are going to get to know him, and I need you to ask questions. I need you to hit the like button right now. Smash it. Send it out. Get more people in here. Get your questions ready. It costs you nothing to share it out or hit the like button, but it is a big, big, big favor to me in the YouTube algorithm. What is going on, homie? How are you doing?
Good. What's going on, man? Shit, just wanted to put the mask on. Look, now I'm bald, guys. I'm bald now. I used to have hair.
Oh shit, we got some people in the chat real quick. I just want to shout out for showing up nice and early, being there, saying what's up. We have Stefan, we got Wicked Widget, we got Clockwork She, we got Jess, Swill Sis Jess, we got Evil Cook, we got Cheesy, we got Ryan. I seen somebody else. I don't know who I saw, but we fucking love you guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I'm here. Look, dude.
We're gonna jump. Yeah, we're gonna jump right in with the first question, and that is, what is your name? Where was you born and raised, and where do you currently live now?
All right. Well, I am Carlos, aka Flapjack Wilson. I'm from the Toledo area, but I started rapping when I lived in Columbus, and I live an hour north of Columbus. I'm not going to tell you exactly where. I don't know.
No, yeah.
I don't know why I was looking at the mic. I'm high as shit. So I'm looking at the microphone like, hey, microphone, listen to me, dude.
Yeah, right. Nah, you straight. You ain't got to give us your exact address. So you just like Ohio then? You never wanted to move, or just it ain't in the cards, or? By the way, there ain't no right or wrong answer. It's your answers.
No, I almost moved to Texas when I was younger. Some shit happened, and we ended up staying in Ohio, which is cool because I would have never got introduced to Juggalo culture if I would have stayed in, if I would have moved to Texas. So, yeah, but yeah, we thought about leaving. My wife and I did, but you know, our house is paid off and shit. So why the fuck why would I get another one? You know?
Yeah, no, I feel it. And the Midwest is that music scene, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. If I was down in Texas, I'd be riding slabs and shit though. So
yeah, hell yeah. Right on. I'm right by you, not far. I'm an hour from an hour and a half from Columbus. It might be more like 2 hours roughly. I'm an hour from Dayton, Ohio. I live over in Indiana, just on the border.
Okay. Dayton, Ohio. I wish I had a Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah. Not in Dayton, you dumb boy.
That's lonely.
That's some rundown city, boy.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
not my favorite city in the state, that's for sure.
Right. All right. The next one's kind of loaded. Are you a juggalo? How long have you been down, or when did you discover yourself? And do you consider yourself a juggalo rapper? A lot of people don't like to be put in a box. Some people don't see a box. Give your own thought on that.
Right. So yeah, I'm a juggalo, dude. I've been a juggalo since I would say like 11 or 12, and I'm 40 years old now, so I've been jugging for a very long time. What was the other part?
No, so that answers how long you've been down. And then a juggalo rapper.
Oh,
you consider yourself
I honestly, yeah, I guess I consider myself a juggalo rapper. I know some people are like, oh, I'm a juggalo who raps, blah, 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 blah. It's like, dude, life isn't that serious. We're just making music. Like, calm the fuck down, dude. Like, yeah, I'm a juggalo rapper. I'm also a funny boy rapper. I'm a dick joke rapper. Whatever the fuck. I just rap about what I want to rap about. So
Right,
You call me a
right.
Juggalo rapper? Hey, that's cool, dude. At least I have a built-in fan base, kind of.
Yeah, yeah. Right on. That's a
Right,
fair way to put it.
right.
Some people do take it really serious, and others are
Yeah,
like,
dude.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
So,
get it. You take it seriously because I know I'm kind of going off a tangent here, but I just
Ryan.
I know when motherfuckers are like, because I always tell people I'm having fun. They're like, this ain't fun. It's like it is fun. So you need to calm the fuck down, dude.
Right, if you ain't enjoying what you're doing, that's
Right,
pretty
exactly.
miserable.
If you're not having fun on stage and making music, and it's just so serious, it's like no wonder you're so miserable, dude.
Um, I want to concur what my dude Ryan Lovejoy said because I told you that
Oh yeah,
Pinche cool guy is dope as fuck too. They're in the chat talking about your songs and shit.
that
But
shit is
I
cool.
agree, Ryan. That song is catchy as shit. Um. Okay. Yeah. Next question then. What inspired you to start making music? Like, what was the switch that you're like, hey, I think I can do this and I want to really try doing it?
Um, so like I guess like every other artist, I started off when I was younger, just like always making songs. Like I would always make little parodies. I remember in first grade, I got detention for making a parody of the Star Spangled Banner, and then telling
Oh,
telling some kid and when we were doing like whatever classwork, and he fucking told on me like a bitch. But yeah,
oh,
but yeah, I don't know, dude. Like I would say in middle school, me and my friends, we were like, we're gonna rap, but I was the only one who really wanted to do it. And then I kind of fucked around like in between high school and college. And then I would say I mainly started to take it seriously like maybe three or 4 years ago. Like, what year is it now? 25?
yeah.
I would say like end of 21, early 22, I started to take it a little seriously. So
Listen, homie, I know you're older, but you ain't that old. You done forgot the year and shit. He's
dude,
that blitz boy. Nah, Zach
yeah.
Pacillo said Flapjack got a Sid high vibe going on.
Who's that? Oh wait,
You
is
don't
that the
know
guy from, is that what's his name from fucking
family Zach Pacillo. He's an artist.
Spamily,
Yeah,
Spamily.
I don't know. He be in Swill streams and stuff. He's good people. I interviewed him. He's got some
Oh
good
yeah.
shit, man. He's
Oh yeah.
serious about spitting some songs.
Oh yeah,
Um,
Captain Spaulding. Yeah, yeah, that. I couldn't think of the name. Yeah,
there we go. Yeah.
yeah,
Evil Cook, Swill. I love all of
Evil
you fuckers. Thanks for
Evil
coming
Cook's
in
a
tonight.
cute
Apollon, whoop
bastard.
whoop.
That shit,
Yeah.
I
Evil
fuck
Cook's
with
a
him.
dope dude. We interviewed him too.
Hell yeah.
Um, okay. So then, who did you even answer that, or did I get?
I
Yeah.
don't know. What did I answer? What?
What inspired you, or what was the switch?
Oh,
Yeah, you answered
the
that.
inspire, the inspire. So what inspired me was Weird Al. Weird Al Yankovic was the very first fucking album I ever got. I got it for Christmas, probably my first grade year, and I think that's where the whole parody thing came from. Like I've always been a goofy bastard, so him. And then when I got introduced to ICP, like always loved horror movies, always loved laughing, and like ICP was just the perfect mixture for that shit. So that's when I was finally like, you know what? And I'm not hating on ICP because I love ICP, but I was like, if these motherfuckers can rap, then I can fucking rap. You know
They did skate by on some crazy ass shit.
yeah. And I love it though. Honestly, I love it. I've been listening to this shit for fucking 30 years almost. So,
Right. Absolutely. That's beautiful.
Right.
Okay, with that said then, who do you look up to though in the music industry? And this is mainstream, underground, dead or alive. Who was like your muse over the years? Like did you take from, or you even just like their style, or you know what
My
I'm saying?
main, yeah, exactly. My main would be 3-6 Mafia. They were a huge inspiration to me, probably bigger than ICP. Um,
Okay.
but I would say 3-6, ICP those two are definitely my main inspirations, you know, like everybody else in the scene. But then I would say like Kid Frost, SPM, like the Chicano, like Mexican rappers.
Zach
Like
Pachillo said, I'm trying to book Flapjack Wilson in Maine.
I want to go, man, but I'm broke. I would love to fucking me and Danny drive up there, but yeah, I ain't got no money.
Oh, okay, I got you. Shit, I
busy
know
buying
about
weed.
being. Oh, I'm just a broke scrub. I can't even buy the weed part. I'm hitting the THCA and
No, that's
shit.
what I got right here.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And no, I respect that you didn't just say, "Oh, ICP."
Oh,
It's
yeah.
okay. They don't, a variety and different people. All of us like come to the Dark Carnival for different reasons and whys and hows and whatever. But that don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because you're an artist, I feel like it doesn't have to be like, oh, well, ICP has to just be your only.
Yeah.
Nah,
Those guys, like, I knew a couple rappers in Toledo when I was growing up, and they would be like, I'd ask them, you know, what are you listening to? I only listen to other underground artists. I only listen to underground. It's like, whoa.
Right.
It's music, man. It's supposed to
I'm listening to some Bruno Mars. Whatever.
I love Bruno Mars. My wife is always like, she's like, you got a crush on Bruno Mars, and I'm like,
so. Yeah, boy. His voice is party. Okay.
Right.
Flash. All right. Hell yeah. Anyways, the next question I love to ask, are there any current projects in the works? So what's next? Any shows, songs, one-off concerts, a whole album, singles? What you got going on?
I actually have a lot going on for the first time ever. No, not really. I got let's see, next week on the 6th, me and Danny Dollars as the Hollywood Heartthrobs. We're gonna be in Columbus at Victories for Insane Poetry. And then we're on 2 dates of the Mighty Morphin Whackness tour, the in Ypsilanti and Dayton. And shit. Most of my shit's with Danny this summer. We were playing in Mansfield, Ohio. We're in a hip hop festival in July. Then after that, shit. I think that's it for shows. I have one coming up in October that I know of, but I'm not gonna announce it yet.
Oh, he's keeping some from us.
It's nothing super cool. I don't know the exact date.
Nah, you're cool.
But yeah, and then me and Danny are working on our album, Heartthrob Hotel. I kind of took a step back from doing solo shit, and I'm just concentrating on making music with Danny right now.
Absolutely. That's what's up. Will just said Flapjack Wilson ate chicken nuggets for dinner.
Dude, I wish I had some chicken nuggets. I think we're having pulled pork or something. Some frozen pork shit.
Right. We technically had like Chinese kind of early, and like supper will probably be pizza rolls. Huh.
Hell yeah.
Okay, Spam Fest was dope. I don't even know what we're talking. Flapjack Wilson for Lenny's 45th birthday party.
Hell yeah, I'll play it.
That's what's up. I don't know if I've seen you perform, and you're in Ohio, so I would love to try to catch something, actually. Yeah. Have you? Well, I ain't gonna ask that because we asked that later on. I thought just randomly, blindly asked you a question, just impulsive. Okay. What's your favorite song so far that you have made that is personal to you for some reason or another?
My favorite song that I've ever made is a song that I don't think gets any love. Zanny Trejo. I fucking love that song. It's kind of like a parody of like the auto-tune rappers and shit, but like I don't know. I thought it was funny. It was so don't cancel me, guys. But me and a guy I used to rap with, we made a parody right wing album. It was a parody for me, not for him. But and I made a song. That song was basically like, you know, like a fuck Trump song, like, oh, I'm not getting deported, so type of song. And it was still funny, but it was still a good song. I liked it. I had fun making it. That's
Why would
probably
I don't know why anybody would get mad about that. And now I want to hear it. Fuck Trump. It could just say fuck Trump. Fuck, and I'd jam that shit. You know?
Yeah, but I think that's probably one of my favorite songs. I don't know. I just like not for like I don't know if like because there's songs I've made that are better than that.
Well, no, yeah, and I actually asked that question to lead to the next question of what's a song separate from that you would recommend to somebody just trying to get hip to your music that might be more catching or popular to you know, somebody new.
All right, so there's two songs. There's probably just I don't like to ease people into me. So I would say Hot Pocket, because that song is very telling of just how I am as a person, just like constantly hitting you over the head with the same stupid fucking joke until you laugh or walk away. And then I would say Scholars, because I don't know, that's a good song. It's like a mixture of how I used to rap when I was younger. I apologize for the train. I live right by train tracks. Yeah, it's a mixture of like how I used to rap when I was younger, and then like the new like how I say stupid shit, like whatever.
Swill said Pander is his best and worst song. Hot Pocket is a great song, is what Jess said. Wiggles asked a good question. Other just take notes. I appreciate you, Zach. I'm nobody special. I'm just me trying to have a good time, hang out with a homie. Yeah, no, that's what's up. Okay, so how long did you say you've been actually like making music, like really applying yourself at it?
Past few years, I would say like I said, 21. I think towards the end of 21, I opened up for Ouija in Akron. The Juggalos really seemed to fuck with what I was doing. And I was like, you know what? The next show I was able to get on was another kind of Juggalo related show. It was a Cody Manson show. That's where I met Swill for the first time, was at that show. Or not at that show, the night of that show. So shout out to Swill. He let me sleep at his house. So that was.
Oh yeah, I know he did. That dirty dog, him.
First time I met him, dude let me sleep at his house. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, Swill's good people. I don't care what other people say about him.
Yeah, right. But yeah, that Cody Manson show. I don't know who else was on the bill. I met Smiles Bundy there. He was cool. But I think it was really weird because no one there had ever heard of us. I was in a group called Midlife Crisis at the time, and people really fucked with us. Like we had like, I would say probably the biggest crowd of the night before I left.
So, stole the show, huh?
Yeah, and I was like,
and you were just an opener?
Yeah, we were opening. We were like probably the fourth act in or so. So it was pretty cool. Like after that, I was like, you know what? I think people might fuck with what I'm doing. So I started working on it.
Okay, so then with that said, realistically, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Do you want to be signed? Do you want to be honing in on your craft? What's your 5-year plan?
Honestly, dude, in 5 years, I don't know if I'm gonna be doing this in 5 years. I hope to in 5 years that I hope to like have a kid and shit with my wife, and I don't know, just be living that dad life. Not, you know, still making beats, still mixing, like engineering. Like that's what I wanted to do more towards this time period in my life. But like I started rapping later in my 30s, and so here I am. But yeah.
But you were good, so then you owe it to yourself to give it a go.
Right. No,
right. But I can respect it. It's your dream. It's your life.
Yeah, man.
That some people don't even care to be signed. It's just fun. They enjoy doing it, so it stays like a side hobby. And I assume you work a 9 to 5. Like, what's your day job?
I'm retired. I I work with my wife. We create or she creates the curriculum. I'm just her graphic design bitch.
Yeah.
I DoorDash, and that's it. I don't have an expensive lifestyle other than weed. So yeah, I do that and I get by that way. So
Okay. Yeah, no, I ain't mad at you. I ain't hating.
yeah.
I just some people like really come up here and this is like make it or break it. If they literally tell me if it ain't for music, they'd probably be elsewhere and other bad situations. And I can relate to music helping save my life in a way, you know what I'm saying? But I'm also not an artist, so it's a little different there or whatever. So no, I love organic answers, so thank you.
For sure.
And that kind of ties to then, if not music. So if you've never done music at all, what do you think you would be doing? Like, do you have another hobby then that you enjoy doing that we don't know about? Putting puzzles together or something?
No, music has always been my thing, dude. I can't see myself doing anything other than it. Like even when I wasn't making music, I still had a studio in my house. I was still making songs for no one to listen to. Like if I die and my wife got into my hard drive, she could probably release like a whole bunch of fucking shit. But the reason I don't release it is, for one, it's stupid. It's literally just dumb shit. Like I know one song I made, like this was like 5 or 6 years ago. And it was just like an 808, just doom, doom, doom. And I'm just like singing, dick in the booty, dick in the booty, dick in the booty, swat, swat. And that's it.
Yeah.
Like that's the shit. Like I make that stuff and I just make it for me and my friends to listen to. And
that's that goofy shit, bro. That would probably actually hit, become like, viral.
Yeah, but like that's honestly, dude, like I've always been making music my whole life, and like
we got to get those unreleased Flapjack beats, y'all. Everybody start hitting them up. How much you gonna sell me one for? Let me get a dick in the booty song for my video or for my channel. Intro, intro.
Dick in the booty.
Something funky fresh.
Yeah.
Have you done songs with Clockworky?
I've done a song with
Dick
Kyle.
in the Booty sounds like Bill and Kyle.
We got a song in the works. My verse is recorded. I think Bill's verse is recorded. We're just waiting on Kyle to record. But I think Bill and I got to re-record our verses too, because my dumbass recorded it and the microphone was backwards, so the voice.
Oh no!
It was like I was fucked up. So. Don't record when you're high, kids.
That's what's up. Hell yeah. Okay, what did you want to be as a kid? Was it a singer or maybe a firefighter, an astronaut?
I wanted to be a rapper.
No.
In third grade, I got in trouble. Because like it was in, like when we were in school and shit, it's raining. You can't go out to recess, so you got to have recess inside. So I drew a fake album cover, and it was called HCP. A shout out to Kid Frost. I don't know if you guys know who Kid Frost is, but it's called Hispanics Causing Panic, and that's what the group was. Oddly enough, HCP and then ICP. Fucking a few years later, I got into them, but yeah. But yeah, pretty much that. Like, I wanted to be a rapper. I got in trouble for like making fake album covers and shit and fake track listings. And it's always been my thing. Like music, dude. Music is my fucking life.
It's crazy that then you're like, well, in a few years, I probably just let it go.
Yeah,
I respect that you want to do a family life and that type of beat too.
And shit, I'll still probably be. I probably won't. Like I said, I won't be releasing music, but like shit,
be playing around, still making shit,
dumb shit, and if my kid wants to rap, if I have a kid, end up having.
He's gonna be making those toddler trap beats.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm gonna be like, my kid will be like, I got straight A's. I'm like, you're dropping out of school and you're gonna no kid of mine's gonna be a valedictorian. Fucking nerd.
Shit, that's awesome. Apollon said I always record high.
Hell yeah.
Swill sister just said I bet Flapjack Wilson Tastes like a meatball.
No.
Well, all
Like
right.
taco meat, dude. Taco meat.
That's awesome. Believe it or not, I wanted to be a cop until like I don't know, I was 10, and then that was short lived or whatever.
Yeah.
As a kid, I think we all go through that phase though,
Yeah.
like
It's like,
innocence.
yeah.
Yeah.
I went to school to be a forensic psychologist, dude. I was in
See, that's kind of dope though. That's like
well,
beyond.
I dropped out. I just because I met a couple I like the people, my classmates are like gonna be future cops, right? And I was like, these guys are fucking dorks. I don't want to be a fucking cop. So
Right, man.
You fucking nerd.
Right. Wiggles is a cop. Laugh
Oh,
aloud, my
shit.
fave.
He's a
You
cop.
know it. That's why I'm doing these investigations, baby. I'm taking down the juggalo. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Motherfuckers, I swear. I'd be the coolest cop ever. Well, I want to be a cop for long because I'd be busted, but anyhow.
I'd be high as fuck on the job pulling people.
They're right. Toasted. Like, it's legal. What do you mean I can't smoke it?
Yeah. Like, let me get a hit of that. When you
Seems like, oh no, it's a cop. Oh no, that's Officer Wiggs. Hey, you know it, motherfucker. Let me get half. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, have you played The Gathering of the Juggalos and/or been to any? And if so, how many on both accords?
I just took a blinker. Fuck.
Yeah, that felt good. I'm gonna take a hit to that. Give him 5. Give him 5, y'all.
My bad. Yes, last year I played The Gathering for the very first time. I was on the Ship of Fools stage. That was cool. I had fun. That was I think was that my 3rd or 4th gathering. I don't remember. But yeah, I was always a little responsible nerd. Like, I can't go to the gathering. I gotta go to work and make money for Ohio State. But yeah. And then I quit my job and went to the gathering the next day.
Yeah.
I told them,
yeah, that's some real jug shit.
I'm gonna go to the gathering. I was getting made fun of because I was in my polo shirt and shit and khaki shorts, and the motherfuckers were like, "Oh, it's Office Ninja. Ooh, I got a job." And like,
I just quit my job.
Yeah, like, motherfucker, I'm still
motherfucker. Bruh, I'm scrubbing just so I can make sure I go to this gathering. What do you mean?
Right?
That's crazy. So I feel like an asshole because last year was my first year, but I only saw like I think 2 or 3 sets on the Pirate or the Ship of Fools. I was trying so hard to be everywhere at once, and it's like impossible. It's impossible. And even if you prioritize, you feel like you're gonna let somebody down. Like you just kind of gotta pick some shit, and you gotta know that your homies gotta be happy doing what everybody's just trying to have the best time they can have for them in that moment, and you're gonna miss some shit. That's why they give us so many options of shit to do or attend. So, but yeah. Sorry, I don't think I caught your set.
It's okay, dude.
Whoop whoop.
It was raining, dude. So it was pretty slippery.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. What day did you perform?
Thursday night. I think it was NGS, me, Apollo, and Clockwork.
Maybe. Because I swear I caught well, they played a couple times though. I think on the ship.
Yeah.
I swear I caught Clockwork E. I caught Rigman fucking doing a dab of their butt hairs.
I was up there. He dabbed my butt hairs too.
Yeah. Okay, so I did. I was turned, boy. It was a great time. Go to the gathering. If you're watching this right now and you ain't been to the gathering, you're just a normie peeping in. Don't be lame, but you might enjoy yourself. I'm just saying. 12 motherfuckers in here. I hope all 12 of you hit that like button. I really appreciate it. I love you. It's a small gesture from you to me, and a big favor to my YouTube algorithm. So I
Hey yo,
appreciate it.
is Reggie here? Is Reggie Zool here? He's not here.
Uh,
I'm sending him this jersey when I get the money to send it to him.
oh yeah.
I just wanted to wear it so he could see it.
Well, that's freaking dope. I'm not sure if they are or not. Uh, it says 11, 12 people in here. I'm not seeing that particular name, but they might be watching. He's got your shit on, homie.
Yeah, you smell like me, dude.
Sweaty flapjack leftovers, baby. That's some pancake grease.
I'll wash it. It'll smell like fucking cheap cologne and fucking what the fuck is that? Old Spice.
Yeah. Old school flapjack logo.
Oh yeah, this is my original logo, dude.
Hell yeah. That's what's up.
Now I got a Cholo logo.
Lean like a cholo.
Let's see if you can see it. Right here.
Ooh. Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's a little distant, but I can see the general.
Too, so or
right.
Backwards on my end.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got a banner thingy.
All right. If you could collaborate with any artist that you have not collaborated with yet, who would it be? And that can also be mainstream or underground. Like maybe give us somebody you think is untouchable right now for you, and then somebody that's possible with a little work or some green or whatever, and then maybe just somebody you maybe just haven't made that connection yet, or you know what I'm saying?
So I would love to collab with Dirt Nasty or Chingo Bling, Andy Milanakis. As far as like non-underground acts that I know of, I mean they're pretty underground too, though. Maybe I don't know if you know who Dirt Nasty is, but
I feel like I've heard Dirt Nasty, and not like a lot, like just the name, like.
Yeah. I would love to collab with those guys. Probably Riff Raff and Lil B. I would love to collab with them. And then underground. Let's see. I want to do a song with Scumbag Fred.
Scumbag Fred.
I think Fro's got that jersey. Shout out to Fro Dizzle.
Dizzle.
That's a different Fro. It's not the Fro you guys think it is.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, you're still welcome. Wiggles loves everybody, motherfuckers.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Scumbag Fred. I think me and him could do a good song together.
I'm gonna have to look up that artist though, because I'm not.
I want to do a song. Everybody, let's everybody spam the fuck out of Keegan and tell him that he needs to do a song with me about gooning in the graveyard. We're gooning in a graveyard, dude. It's spooky and we're gooning to the fucking dead bodies, dude. Let's go.
Okay. Heck yeah, I got his new album on the way. Scum Fred is dope. All right, what Scumbag Fred, my fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who. That's a new name for me. I'm gonna have to write that down in my book here and look them up after the stream. Have they been making music for a while?
Scumbag Fred?
Yeah.
I met him at a HB the Grizzly show last year. Dude was cool as fuck. So I've been at least known him for a year. I don't know how long he's been making music. He did just drop a new project and shit. And then I think we're both gonna be at the Dayton show for the Morphin Whackness. So that's gonna be sweet. Maybe I'll be let's collab when I'm there. I'll make a beat for him.
Jess said Keegan collab would be dope. Savage Panda whoop whoop. Fro said no mask unless you count the beard. The other Fro is mask off Fro. Yeah. He's the homie. Y'all keeping this chat live. I fucking love you guys. Just hanging out. We're getting to your part though. 13 people. Do not let me down. Think of some questions to ask this man when I get to the bottom of this page before we go to the next page. That's when y'all get to jump in, ask whatever the hell you want to ask. If you know him personally and you know something that would create a fun answer or response, whatever. That's gonna be your shot to just ask some questions. So at any rate, I just want to say from the bottom of my nuts, seriously, thank you for being in here. It really means a
Oh
lot
yeah,
to me. And it ain't even for
yeah.
me, it's for him. That's the whole point. So thank you so much, everybody.
Thanks for making me feel cool for a second.
Yeah.
Before I go inside and get yelled at by the wife.
Right. Okay. Have you ever met anyone famous to you? Now, as being an artist, you've worked with artists, and I don't discredit meeting any artist. I will remember to the day I die, the day I met ICP, and the first time and every time since that I've met Ouija Mac. And I've met people like you, and well, I didn't get that personal connection with you, but what I mean is like Scum and Insane Poetry and other artists at the gathering. But I try to answer this question myself with I have met Polly Shore. So
Awesome.
have you met anyone famous to you?
I met Jump Steady at Chicano Fest last year where we shot Pinche Cool Guy. Shout out to 216 Juggalos who came out to the video shoot all the way from Cleveland to fucking Detroit. That was cool. But yeah, I met Jump Steady.
That's what's up.
And then let's see here. One of my favorite stories I love to tell people is Scott Hall too sweeted me at a fucking WCW Saturday night taping in Toledo when I was younger. And that was the fucking highlight of my life, dude.
No, yeah, that'd be fucking dope. Like when I was a kid, you know, I was named after Shawn Michaels, you know, HBK and shit. That's my name. So yeah, wrestling was a big thing for sure.
Tormina's Pizza. No, bro, I don't.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I try to highlight questions.
I forgot. Me and Fro hung out with Isham before a fucking Isham show in Toledo because he got there
just chopping it up.
Yeah, Isham got there too early, and then Fro was high as fuck and was like, the doors open at 6, so we got there at 6:30, but the doors didn't open until 8. So and Fro had already fucking started drinking outside of the venue, so we just stood there and hung out with Isham.
Hell yeah.
I forgot about that. Thanks, Fro. And then Fro like snuck in and fucking photobombed him too on a picture. It was hilarious.
Swill said we smoked Scott Hall's toothpick and a Jeffrey one year at Gotcha. I met Mad Child, Chris Calico, and Ouija Mac all in the UK.
Nice.
Bro, that's what's up.
Hey, I meet myself every morning if you want to see.
Listen.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's what's up. Okay, cool. What's your favorite color?
Orange.
Okay, just any orange or a specific orange? Orange in general? Yeah. Well, like my favorite color is red, but I do like a burnt orange, so that's kind of cool too.
Yeah.
What's your favorite domesticated animal and wild type animal?
Dogs.
Any specific breed?
No.
No.
I just love all dogs. Love all dogs. Fro's met my dogs. My dogs are cool as fuck. But yeah, I love my dogs. I love dogs. And what the fuck? I can't think of the word. Honorable mention goes to cats because cats are cool as fuck too.
Right.
I like Tasmanian devils.
Ooh.
Those have always been my shit. When I was younger, I fucking loved them. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm a little bit of a nerd. I was an independent study as a kid because I was too smart for regular class. So they gave me extra work, and I did a report on Tasmanian devils, and because they're just so fucking cool, and like those things are savages, bro. Like they are fucking like they're so tiny. They're like the size of like fucking, I don't know what the fuck, but they're tiny as fuck.
But
And
vicious, boy.
yeah, I'm out here like I was smart, and now I can't even think of a word. But yeah.
No, that's I get it. That's dope as shit. Nobody. I've done 100. Well, you make 111, and I don't think nobody said a Tasmanian devil. So that's a tight ass answer.
Oh yeah.
I agree with you with dogs. Specifically, I do like pits and have some mixed breeds of pits and a pit red hiller. But we also got a wolf husky mixed dog, and I just love dogs, like you said. And then for the wild type, dude, a white tiger. They're not supposed to exist. They're beautiful. They'll lure you in type beat, and they'll kill you.
Nice.
Like so,
Hell yeah.
I like white tigers.
I like yeah. I fuck with tigers more than I do with lions, because like lions, I don't know, kind of lazy. Tigers
Except
fuck you up.
the freaking liger's kind of cool, even though I don't know that I condone crossbreeding humans making their own, playing, whatever. But it is kind of cool, looking animal as well. Okay, so everybody in the chat, if you have questions, please, 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 please put them in the chat. While you're getting your questions ready, I am going to ask you, Mr. Flapjack, being in the underground scene, how do you separate yourself from other artists, being that it's so big?
Well, I would say being a funny boy, but there's a lot more of us now. I don't know, dude. Honestly, out of our scene, I think what separates me is, even though I literally just said I don't care if you call me a juggalo rapper, I think what separates me is the fact that I'm not all juggaloed out. I make my references here and there, and when I do, I even say, I call it like the panderverse shit. I think that's what I do, kind of, is like, I don't know, man. I just try to, I don't know. Honestly, I just try to do what I do, and
maybe just not overthink about that question. Like, obviously, it's a big scene, and everybody's done a little bit of the same thing. But and you like, just stay original to you. Don't try to excel to be like try to take somebody else's. Just be you.
Like at first, like I thought I was like original, and then I met my Michigan counterpart, which is Danny Dollars. So, and then I think that's why me and him linked up so well. Like, I think at the end of the day, I'm in my own lane. Danny's in his own lane, but me and him our lanes are like right next to each other. Because, like I said, there's other funny rappers. Fucking Clockwork, they do the funny shit. Fuck. There's other ones besides Clockwork, but
right. That's just the main.
Yeah, I mean, those are my boys. So obviously, they're always gonna be fucking. I'm always gonna mention them, throw them out there. Like, not like they need promotion. Everybody knows who the fuck they are.
Right. Super famous fun time guys. They kind of do some funny type shit.
Yeah. And like, I think what separates us from them is like they still do like the serious shit. Super famous touches on the suicide shit, and Clockwork does the, they still, obviously they're funny and shit, but they do more like horrorcore type shit. And me and Danny, we're just out there like, hey, here's some fucking a 1980s sample, and we're gonna, be like, we're gonna be your stepdads and you're a fat bitch, we're just like, we're just on the nose, like just funny, we just try to, I don't try to be funny when I make a song. I just say what I want to fucking say, and people are like, that's funny. So that's why I call myself a comedy rapper and shit like that too. So yeah,
absolutely.
I watched that question, I think, but yeah, that's my answer.
No, that was actually solid. What's your go-to song you sing in the shower?
Ooh, dude, I would say, fuck, I love I almost said my butt. Woo-hoo-hoo. I was gonna say, as we know, my age, I'm old, so I love that fucking late 90s, early 2000s butt rock when I'm in the shower, like fucking Creed and Puddle of Mud, fucking Godsmack, all that shit, dude.
And I'm trying to scroll up. Somebody dropped a question ahead of time, boy.
Oh, okay.
And then I lost it. So if it looks like I'm just staring off and not responding, that's definitely not it. Somebody up above went ahead and dropped a question for him. If you could just restart dropping your questions at the beginning of the in the chat, so I can see it at the bottom or whatever, that'd be way much better.
I think it's popped the zit. Fuck. Ow. Yeah. Seal kiss from a rose. That's a banger, dude.
Just subbed. I'm going to check your shit out. You just subbed to who? I'm so confused.
I don't. Yeah. What's going on?
When we say stomp, what do you say?
Whoop whoop.
Yeah, I see. That was Fro.
Dude, Fro is the only person I ever met to sing the Mick Pick 2 song to a fucking McDonald's worker, and they didn't like yell at him.
Fro said lions are pimps. They send the females out to hunt. That's the truth.
But yeah.
All right, I don't know. Somebody asked something. If you have more questions, please redrop the question. Wait, here we go. A fellow artist and you. No, sorry, that's again not the same shit. So yeah, if you got another question, drop it. I'll be pulling them up still. I'm gonna go on and just ask the next question in my list. What type of music did your parents listen to, and do you think you took from that at all?
They listened to a lot of like Mexican music. My dad was a rock and roll guy. Like I was originally like listening to a lot of rock growing up until I hit that age where I wanted to be like my brother and started listening to rap then. But yeah, my dad listened to like that wolf rock shit and like the stuff in the 70s. And then a lot of like Tejano music and shit like that. Same as my mom. She listened to Selena and a lot.
Ooh, that's my first one of my first heartbreaks.
Hell yeah. She listened to her, Linda Ronstadt, a lot of fucking what else? My mom liked everything, dog. Like that's probably where I get like my music taste from. She would literally listen to fucking everything, man. Like she even listened to Ghost one time. We were in the car and Ghost was playing and she said something like, "Oh, his voice is very pretty." And then I was like, yo, he's singing about Satan. And then she was like, well, he still sounds nice. So.
I was gonna ask too, but do they have an opinion on ICP? Do they even know?
Yeah, my parents, they knew about ICP. They were actually pretty cool with me bumping that shit. My dad liked ICP, especially when the Wraith came out and it was the whole Carnival is God thing. Then my dad was like, "Oh, now it's cool. You can listen to him now." But and then my mom was cool with it too. She actually she really liked "We Don't Die" by Twisted. She fucking loved that song.
That's dope.
She'd sing along to it in the car. So yeah, they were cool with it, man.
My mom wasn't. You know what I'm saying? My cousin Lindsay came to live with us when I was 12, bro. That was back in 2000, 20 some odd years ago now. And I was 12, and he showed up with his hair spider braided and wearing a Great Malenko jersey or some shit, and everybody kind of was like shocked, like kind of like what the fuck. But then I like dove in, me and my homies, my friends, and we're like, this is weird but cool. What is this? And it was a wrap from there. But my mom never really dug it. She just more or less accepted it. But she was like that Bible thumper there for the biggest part of my life. So, but she also listened to like, I don't know, classical rock, AC/DC, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I did get a little bit of a selection that wasn't just whatever, constructed music or whatever. Swosis wants to know what's in the fridge.
We got some we make our dogs food. So we got some beans in there for the dogs, some navy beans. I got some eggs. I think some Parmesan cheese and then like condiments and shit. I don't have a lot in the fridge right now.
Yeah. Nut huggers or boxers? Swill want to know.
Boxer briefs. So I don't know what that is. I think those kind of hug your nuts a little bit, but they're also boxers. So.
Well, this is a good question. Thanks, Savage Panda. What has been the best show you have performed and why?
Oh, I would say Juggalo Day last year with Clockwork and Super Famous. I had my homie OG Roast Beef on stage with me, hyping me, and I don't know, man, it was just clicking and the crowd was into it. And I think that's the first time I realized people fuck with my music a little bit. Like people that like usually, people know your shit, and
Right.
people I didn't know were fucking rapping along the Pinche Cool Guy and fucking Hot Pocket and all my other shit. And I was like, what the fuck? And then on the chorus of Real American, you could hear people fucking singing and shit. And I was like, oh fuck, like I don't know, that was cool to me. Like, hey,
hell yeah,
it's like I'm not just wasting my fucking time, I mean,
right, people are really listening.
Yeah, I'm wasting my time, but they're wasting theirs listening too. So hey, shout out to you.
You're constructively wasting it. Yeah. Fro said George Pickens to the Cowboys, fat or whack?
God damn it, Fro, with the fucking sports questions. I don't know, man. I'll say fat because I'm a Cowboys fan and they fucking suck. So any change is good.
Swill suggested Flapjack Wilson performed on my backyard stage, and it was phenomenal.
It was. I performed there, and then when I was leaving, she was like, "Here, take some food with you," and it was cool because I got to eat in the hotel afterwards.
Hell yeah!
I don't eat before I perform because I get nervous tummy every time I perform, and I don't want to shit my pants on stage.
Yeah, that's a good point. Fro said eggs. Someone's doing well. Eggs.
Hell yeah.
All right. Do you have any siblings, and do they support your music at all? Or?
Yeah. I have a brother and sister. They support my music. My sister buys my merch. So that's cool.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. My sister is a big supporter of mine. My brother is too. And so's my oldest nephew.
Okay. So, yeah. I have a lot of artists that come up here and their siblings have nothing to do with their music. And I don't try to make it like a thing, like an imposition. Not like you're obligated. If anything, it's the opposite. If your family, those that are closest to you, that actually know you on their own terms, choose to listen organically to your stuff or support you, it is the greatest feeling ever. But they shouldn't be obligated because they're your people before you were anything. You know what I'm saying? But I like to ask the question. I've had artists come up here and say, my brothers, sisters, whatever, they listen to absolutely everything I put out here. And then I've had artists say, nah, they ain't fucking with my shit. Or they only support them where it's worth, or like show support. So like if they get recognition from a higher up artist, ICP, Ouija or something, they'll dap them up or whatever, but they ain't really bumping their shit, or you know what I'm saying? So it's always just interesting to ask that question. It is almost 3 a.m. here. What?
Oh shit! Go to bed, dog.
Well, he's in UK.
Oh shit!
Evil Cook. I just seen it random laughing. Shout out Flap Fam. Hell yeah. All right. If you met the younger version of yourself, say 12, 13 years old, would you tell yourself anything at all? And if so, what? Like, Would you give yourself any advice or just let it be?
I'd say, hey, dude, one day you're gonna get pussy. So
Yeah. Make sure it's cleaned up.
stop,
Manscaped.
stop worrying. It's gonna happen. Maybe not soon, but someday.
Mouse.
That's it. I'm not gonna give myself any wise advice. I'm just like, hey, dude, you know what? You're gonna get
Your
pussy
day is gonna come, boy. You're gonna get some netting pie.
You're gonna get laid someday, and you're gonna lose weight, and that's it. That's all I needed to know. 12-year-old me would have been happy as fuck.
Yeah, boy, that would have been like the best day ever type beat. You've been skipping around. Little pep to your step, boy, going to school like All right. Do you think the skill came natural or you had to practice and learn? And what I mean by that is this. Some people, they say, are born with a given talent to do something. And other people have to practice and learn, but they can be equally competitive in that thing, whatever it is. So do you think it was more natural or like you had to learn and really hone in and then, you know?
I would say my writing I had to learn and hone in. I was all over the place when I was younger, and I would write little dumb songs. But I think like music and entertaining has always come natural to me. Like my mom told me when I was younger, she was like, yeah, you'd always just be like getting people's attention, dancing, doing something, singing a little song, and I'd be like, okay. So obviously I was always a little fucking, hey, look at me type of shit.
Hell yeah. So probably more natural, but you obviously just like making it make more sense or whatever was the thing.
Yeah.
Fro said, are they lighting off the fireworks in your hood yet? Sounds like Beretta out here.
Oh no, dude. Not yet.
Evil Cook said, what has been the highlight of your music career, if you could pinpoint it?
Probably the day I actually chose to start seeking music as a career instead of just as a goofy thing I did to pass the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know that's not exciting, but it is to me. Like
no,
I quit my fucking job that I had for like 14 years to do this shit, man. So
that's great. I mean, you really gave it a go then.
Yeah.
Fro said pancakes, crepes. I never pronounced that word right. Crepes or flapjacks.
Pancakes, dog. You know I love that.
Right. No, that's real. I like that. What would be your last meal if you were on death row? Anything you want.
A Pizza Brothers family size pizza with pepperoni and black olives, some garlic bread, and cherry Pepsi to wash it down.
Right, you got to throw in a shake in there too. You can't go out with no ice cream.
Yeah.
No, that sounded pretty good to me.
Some cheesecake.
Yeah.
Speaking of last meal, I just got a text from my wife. Dinner is ready, and I have to go.
Oh snap! Okay, let me ask you one last question, and we'll get the heck off here.
All right.
And yeah, I'm gonna get all his links, everybody. It'll all be in the description. You can follow him and all that good stuff. I'll do my own little outro wrap up. But the one last question that I do want answered for the fans is: who or what inspired / came up with your stage name? How did you come up with that? And your logo. So did you outsource that?
Okay, so my stage name, when I was younger, I used to prank people on AOL Instant Messenger. I would pretend to be a woman and then get them to send me a picture of them like shirtless or something. I'm like, you're gay. But now that I realize that I was the one pretending to be a woman and seeking pictures of men with their shirts off. So
Yeah.
so one of the prank names my friend came up with for me, because I was trying to think of a name, and he was like, you could be Flapjack Wilson. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, yeah, that's your name. And so literally my friend Blake, who goes by Storm Shadow, who Fro knows, gave me the name Flapjack Wilson because we used to prank people. And then I did some funny boy rap with him called the Super Stunners, which is where the whole like when I did Flapjack music before anybody heard it, and some of my really old shit, I did like a fake Flapjack voice. I'd be like, like that's how I would rap. I'd be like, yeah, motherfucker. Like that's how I would rap. And so yeah, like that's where Flapjack came from, is my dude Blake. And yeah, if you ever hear this song, I have a song called "Oh No It's Them." If you can find that, that's how I used to rap as Flapjack. I wrote that song when I was like 19 years old and recorded it in like 2004.
It's like a Shaggy off a Scooby-Doo type voice beater, Scooby voice. I love it. Look, I've never been cut off by an artist, but I respect your flow. No, I respect it, my guy. I respect your wife. Much love. Let me hit you with one last one, and you can literally just hit leave and get the hell out of here, and I'll close it down myself. If you could be an animal or a fictional character, what would it be? And the reason for this is my old lady does digital art, like I said earlier, on the furry side or whatever, and she also draws all kinds of shit. She drew Ouija as a chibi. She done a Clockwork penis dragon, like that's some shit. So sometimes she'll refer back to this question in my interviews, grab an artist and actually try to draw them up as their thing. So if you could be an animal or a fictional character or something, maybe what would you be?
If I could be a fictional character, probably Anakin Skywalker.
Okay.
I love Anakin. I have a Darth Vader tattoo on my arm, so I fucking love Anakin. I know he fucking gave up the dark side and turned on the dark side, but I don't care. I love Darth Vader. And
that's
hell yeah.
That's beautiful, man. That works. Enjoy your supper. Thank you for your time.
Indeed. Thank you, and thanks to everybody for chatting with me and asking me questions. And
maybe we'll run some kind of little second part. I have to get at you with some of these little quick game questions that we're missing. But I just want to say thank you to everybody in the chat. You're welcome to go ahead and enjoy your supper, Flapjack. You ain't got to stick around any longer if you don't want. I don't want you in trouble.
Right,
but I'm still good. I'm still gonna end my streams the same way I always do. Tell somebody you love them. You don't know who needs to hear that, and it could be you that alters or changes the way they think or they're feeling in that moment. You might have an answer that they're overlooking in that moment because they're going through some shit and they're not thinking clearly. When I was homeless in 19, nobody thought I was homeless. Nobody stopped and said, hey, do you need somebody to talk to? Or, I can't help you, but I could, like, financially, but I got an ear, a friend, nobody does that. So just be a good person and know that Wiggles loves you. So if you don't want to tell somebody that you love them, just randomly tell a stranger Wiggle loves them because I do. I love you. And thank you so much, homie. Thank you, everybody that showed up in the chat. Tonight's chat was phenomenal. Y'all stayed here. You kept it going. I fucking love you guys. Everybody have a good night. Show up tomorrow night. We got another artist on board, Dopey, or Dope, I guess is his name. And yeah, we're out of here. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. Later.